Alright guys, welcome back to another Fortnite video, and in this one, it is time to talk about some update stuff. This is kind of a weird time to be doing an update, video, since Season 7 is right around the corner, but of course we have news that has to do with Season 7, as well as other things that are supposedly going to be added in a future patch, which could be the patch for Season 7. So that is what we're going to be going over today, and of course there's other update things that could be coming later that we need to go over. So yeah guys, we're going to be talking about stuff that has to do with skins, a new skin that Epic Games actually revealed to us themselves, as well as different changes coming to the game like bug fixes and a bunch of other interesting news you definitely want to hear. So yeah guys, if you do enjoy the video or are hyped for Season 7, and this is going to be the V7 patch, it's crazy to say that, but if you're excited, hit that like button down below, and on top of that, be sure to comment which is your favorite, the heavy sniper or the regular bolt action sniper. I've been using them both a little bit lately, but I'm curious to see which you think is better, if you prefer the original or if you prefer the heavy. So yeah guys, without further ado here, let's jump on into it with the first thing I want to go over, and that is some info on Season 7. If you missed my previous video, we went over a ton of stuff, a ton of theories and clues about the story of Season 7, but right now I have a couple of extra, details about Season 7 itself that I definitely want to go over with you guys, including like when we could be seeing some teasers for the next season, like actual images from the next season. So yeah, as a quick reminder, the first of which is that the season is supposedly ending in 3 days. At least that's what the Battle Pass says, so that is a very interesting thing to take a look at. And again, it says 3 days today, and today is Sunday, so that then leaves the question, is it going to go to 2 days on Monday, then 1 day on Tuesday, and then will it release on Wednesday or Thursday? And again, we talked about this in a previous video about, that one was actually about like Battle Pass details that we know of so far, but it could switch on Wednesday to a 24-hour countdown, and then the update could be released on Thursday for Season 7, or it's also possible it could be delayed, but that's not the main thing I want to talk about. If you guys remember, for the previous seasons, they put out teasers around, 3 days before the update actually goes live. So with that being said, I definitely do think that we're going to be getting our first teaser on Monday. I just don't think they would really do it on Sunday. I don't believe they did that for Season 6. Correct me if I'm wrong, but if you remember in Season 6, we got the pictures of, I believe it was Calamity, also maybe some stuff to do with the cube. There was some teaser images, and even like with the superhero season, we got teaser images of some of those skins. So yeah, expect some like skin teasers, maybe story teasers on Monday, and also we're going to be making a video on it. We have to, so it's going to be a lot of fun. But yeah guys, moving on to the next thing I want to talk about real quick before we get into something that has to do with a brand new skin. This one is actually a bug fix that is supposedly being looked into and will hopefully be fixed soon, and it is a bug that I've seen a lot of people experience, so I'm sure a bunch of you guys have been experiencing it, but it's definitely a good thing that it's being fixed. Like honestly, I'm so happy that this one is getting fixed. But yeah, I'm getting off track here. What is the bug that I'm talking about? I am talking about that weird little bug that happens when you get an elimination on somebody, but their character still runs for like a second. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? I mean, it happens quite a bit, to be honest. And again, it simply happens more so in solo because it's generally when you actually get an elimination on somebody, but instead of them instantly teleporting away like they're supposed to, the character still runs for a little bit. It can be distracting, but that is being looked into according to the official Trello for Fortnite. So yeah guys, apparently Epic Games is aware of this little bug and they are looking into it, so hopefully that means that we will be getting a fix soon. We don't have like an official estimated date or anything like that, and really bugs can take like an hour to fix, they can take a week to fix, they can even take longer than that. But I believe they have been aware of this one for a while, and it has been in the game for a while, so maybe it is a tougher bug to fix. So who knows if we'll see it with Season 7 or maybe a patch after that. But yeah, hopefully they do get around to finding how to fix it soon. Now after that then guys, let's talk about a new skin that is supposedly coming out, well, soon. And who knows if this one is going to come out like in the item shop soon after I make this video, but either way, this has been officially revealed from Epic Games, and it's a little bit of a secret. So if you haven't seen this little secret that's showcasing this skin, it is definitely pretty interesting, and the way that you can actually see it is by going into the week 10 loading screen. So if you don't have that yet, obviously you need to complete the week 10 challenges for the Battle Pass, and that is how you unlock it. But within that loading screen, we talked about it a little bit in a previous video, but there is a secret of this skin right here, which has not been released yet. So as you can see, it's sort of like a pajama type skin, and it has burgers on it, so it's like a Der Burger type pajama skin, whatever you want to call it. And by the way, hashtag Team Burger. And it's also got like the little Der Burger eyes on the very top of it. It's a very interesting skin, but no, I don't believe we've seen this as of me uploading this video. And if it has happened to come into the item shop when you're watching this video, don't worry, we've got got a bunch of other fun things to talk about, and those I'm pretty sure won't be coming into the game for a little bit longer. But yeah, we don't know a ton more about this skin yet. I'm guessing it would be either uncommon or rare rarity. Just doesn't seem like an epic skin, and also it doesn't seem to have a back bling, which is pretty interesting as well, so I would expect it to be either uncommon, but honestly, I would place my guesses on rare rarity. Yeah. What do you guys think? Comment down below and see if you're right when this skin comes out. But yeah, guys, keeping it going here, we've got so much more to go through, so many fun things to go through. Let's talk about the iceberg for a little bit. This is a very quick one, but it is something that is pretty interesting that I wanted to bring up, because it doesn't actually have to do with in-game, but actually on Twitter, a little bit of a clue about the iceberg. So yeah, we are like pretty sure that it is indeed an iceberg. If you didn't see my previous video talking about all of the Season 7 clues and like a secret message hidden within the sound of the snowstorm itself, definitely check that out. It will be in the description and linked at the end as a card. But yes, we do believe that there is an iceberg inside of the snowstorm. And recently we did get even more confirmation about that. And where does that come from? Well, it actually comes from the worldwide creative director of Fortnite, Donald Mustard, on Twitter. So if you go to his page, you will notice that it says, it's like the thing for you put where you're from or whatever, he has it set as the iceberg, which is definitely pretty interesting, guys, because then we can be pretty much sure that it is indeed an iceberg inside of the snowstorm. And I guess that wasn't like something that would have been super unlikely, but this is just a little bit more proof that it will be an iceberg and that it will play some way into Season 7. And again, check out that other video for more stuff like theories about that. But yeah, guys, moving on here to another bug fix that is apparently going to be fixed soon. This one right here only has to do with players on console, and this is like the only one of the video that only really applies to console players, but since that's a lot of you guys, and since I play on controller, it's definitely, you know, something to talk about. If there's a bug fix happening with, you know, controllers and stuff like that, it's something I think you guys should be aware of. And this one isn't like a huge issue, but I'm sure you guys have experienced it, or at least probably experienced it. It is the little aim assist bug for when you're trying to target somebody that's in a vehicle or a mounted turret. And specifically, you mainly notice it with a quad crasher. So like, here's an example right here of what happens. Basically, when somebody is in like a quad crasher or a mounted turret, for example, what's currently happening is, for some reason, whenever you aim down sights, the aim assist sort of locks on to the vehicle itself and not the player, you know, on the vehicle or in the mounted turret. Again, it's the same thing for the mounted turret. If you aim at it, it kind of aims down towards the center and not at the player, but it is definitely noticeable when somebody's in a quad crasher and you're trying to, you know, land some shots on them. So apparently this is going to be fixed soon, and they did say that on the Trello page again, that it is being looked into, so hopefully a fix for that does come around soon. It's definitely something that's sort of a specialized bug that you don't run into too often, but hey, if it gets fixed, it's definitely going to be a nice thing to have. Now, if only they would change it so that there's aim assist through windows and stuff like that. Maybe they have fixed it. I haven't checked in a while. I just remember that sometimes when you aim through windows, you don't really get the aim assist, so who knows. But yeah, that is apparently being fixed soon. But yeah, guys, moving on here to the other thing that has to do with skins, and actually like some things in the item shop that are temporarily removed. But the things that I'm talking about here are actually two separate things, so this is like two things in one. They're kind of different though, with the first of which having to do with bundles, and the second of which with a spray that you may have. But first of all, with the bundles, that's right, you may have seen a couple of the bundles that came out. I can't remember at this moment like the exact ones that were in them, but they were skin bundles. They came with like a bunch of items together. It was usually like a skin, the glider, the pickaxe, maybe like two skins. I can't exactly remember for sure, but you were able to get a bunch of them together. Well, you may have noticed that these haven't been in the shop lately, and there's actually a reason for that. They have been temporarily removed from the item shop, and apparently they are looking into a little bit of an issue with these bundles in the shop. So specifically, this bit of info comes from Mr. Popo TFS on Reddit, but he says that we've removed bundles currently while we investigate an error associated with them. So we don't exactly know what that error is or when exactly we can see bundles coming back into the item shop. But hey, if you're a fan of bundles, that's why you haven't been seeing a ton of them lately, and that also points towards more bundles being included in the near future. So it's definitely some interesting stuff, especially when it has to do with skins. It's always fun to talk about. And by the way, I'm curious, which skin bundle would you guys like to see most? Like, what is your favorite set of skins that you'd like to see, like a bunch of skins within a skin bundle? For me, I'd like to see like a gingerbread man skin bundle for the holidays or something like that, but I'm curious to see what you guys have to say, so comment that down below. But then for the other thing that was sort of removed, it was actually a spray, and this was kind of confusing. I never noticed it personally, but apparently you may have had this spray in your locker for a bit. But what's odd about that is that it's technically this spray right here. So for some people, apparently it may have switched to the Disco Ball one temporarily. I don't know if it actually switched in-game or it was like the display for it from the one that was the word that said Boogie, which was the original version of it. But if you go into your locker now, it is the Boogie Spray. It should show up as this word. So even if you had it show up as the Disco Ball before, it should have been removed and switched over to a different one, because the words one was the original one that came with Season 5. And then the Disco Ball one is technically for the Walmart Supercenter promotion. So I just thought that was kind of interesting and something you guys should know about. Hopefully that makes sense. But yeah, speaking of the Walmart stuff as well, I think I'm gonna stop by and check out some of the stuff. I feel like I have to. There was supposedly some cool stuff popping up at these little things that are showing up at Walmart, so I'll have to check that out. And then after that, guys, let's talk about something that has to do with a change to the map, because I don't know, I like to keep you guys updated on this stuff, but it is the food trucks. That's right, guys. Now I know you guys may not be the most interested in the food trucks, but I think this time it is super important, alright? At least like the locations they've been moving towards, and they've been moving quite a bit actually, and the new locations that they're at are pretty interesting. So first of all, yesterday they were actually at Tomato Temple, which I thought was going to be like the final destination of the food trucks themselves, because you know they started at Der Burger, and then if they moved all the way over to where the Pizza Pit used to be, I thought that maybe was going to be like the end point of this little food truck battle that they've been having. And I don't know, maybe the Pizza Pit would come back or something like that. But yeah, they were there yesterday, but apparently they have now moved to Dusty Divot. But yeah, so apparently there's not anything special happening at Tomato Temple, at least, you know, as we think. They could maybe move around there. But that then begs the question, where exactly are these food trucks going towards? Obviously, it's gotta mean something, right? I don't think Epic Games would continue to move around the food trucks, especially after Food Fight is over, which was like the main reason they were moving around. So I'm interested to see exactly what is going to happen here. And I think we'll have to talk about some theories about that in a separate video. But yeah, guys, I just thought you needed to know about that little update. But yeah, guys, that is going to be it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below for more videos like this in the near future. On top of that, be sure to check out my previous videos here, such as on the left going through Season 7 clues hidden in-game, and then on the right my Week 10 challenges guide. But other than that, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I will see you in the next one.